TRE goals. What's the main reason that I believe that your agencies should have TRE embedded into your organization? Number one is to reestablish balance and help regulate the autonomic nervous system. So the autonomic, that is things that you can't control, your heart rate, your blood pressure, your respiration, things like that. The next reason is it helps release overall muscular tension. I'm going to be talking about myofascia and the muscles that it helps relax a little bit later, but it truly does relax the entire body. And generally, for most people, TRE is quite a pleasant experience and you feel quite relaxed afterwards. Another reason is to release what we call bound activation from any kind of stressful event. In our modern understanding of stress and trauma, sometimes what can happen is the bodily imprint, like the residue of some sort of stressful event, can actually be held in some of the body's tissue. So TRE is a way to actually release some of that bound activation. But it is the body and the brain working together to do this process, which I'll talk a little bit later as we look more at the brain. And I do have a video on this underneath this slide that I'll share as well. Another reason is to help switch off hypervigilance and busy mind so that at the end of a day, an officer or anybody who works within your organization can basically leave work at work and come in the door and be more present. And this next one, I just added this morning. I realized this last point here, evoke tremors anytime without exercise, that's not on your handout that I sent to you. So I realized I had left that out, so add that to your note. But this is a really big deal because after you've been doing, for most people, they only need to go through the TRE process maybe 8 or 10 times. Everybody's a little bit different, but usually within 8 or 10 practice times, you don't need the exercises anymore. So it simply becomes a 5 or 15-minute practice. You can lie down and you can go right into the process and downregulate your central nervous system. And then this last one here is to help prevent PTSD in new recruits. I really believe that this should be part of basic training. I really think they need all the tools that they can get to have a long and healthy career. I don't know what kind of services are already in place in your organizations, but I do know that TRE is relatively easy to learn. It's a lot easier to learn than meditation or mindfulness or those types of practices.